Hey, hey, hey. Peace and blessings to the family. What's up, winners? I'm calling us winners because we winning and we gonna win no matter what. Let's vibe out one time. Let's get on there here as I continue this journey. This journey of many things, but we want to make sure that we are on point with what we're doing and what we're going. Let me drink some water before I begin. Happy afternoon. It's 101 on 511. It's 101 on 511. There's a lot of ones in the mix. There's a lot of number ones. Right? There's a lot of ones. Today is 511. My number one, my first video web blog, what we call video blog or blog, in the month of May on these platforms with the subject matter regarding hip hop and hip hop culture and hip hop education. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, man. I ain't gonna say the same things I did it on, man. I'm just trying to really spend it, man. And we doing and defending it, man. This is hip hop, HIPHOP. Never gonna die out. We number one, don't you see? We the leader of the whole world now, y'all. Can't ya? Don't ya wanna? Ain't ya gonna? It's a high. It's a high, lower. Vibing out real quick. Checking all these platforms. But again, this is a hip hop education video with regard to healing, with regard to Black people, with regard to Pan-Africans, with regard to anybody who calls themselves hip hop. Let's get online, let's get in line, and let's go. Or if you Pan-African, let's go. You feel me? Yeah, let's go. So I'm gonna be reading from, again, this is the gospel of hip hop, the hip hop gospel, right? There's many holy books, and this is hip hop's holy book, and we're gonna treat it as such. Peace to the DJs, producers, beat makers that will be on this video. Making all these free beats, man. I just went to free beats online and just picked some hot ones, so you're gonna hear a variety of them. If you want a copy of that playlist, or if you want to be on that playlist, please do inbox us and we will go ahead and place you on that, or put some suggestions in the description, in the comments down below, and we'll go ahead and get into it. The of Hip Hop, which is written by none other than KRS-One for the Temple of Hip Hop. Okay, the Temple of Hip Hop is like the holy place, the sanctuary, the museum of hip hop as we have known it to become. So I'm gonna be reading from a book called The First Overstanding, a chapter or a book, whatever you want to call it. You know how the Bible has like this book, this chapter, this verse, and this is written in the same vein as that book, chapter, verse. So the overall book or piece of literature is called The Gospel of Hip Hop, the First Instrument, presented by KRS-One for the Temple of Hip Hop. And this book or chapter is called The First Overstanding, regarding real hip hop. So it's the first overstanding, real hip hop. And I'm going to get into a little bit of it. But I want to first start out by defining what hip hop is. Now, I'm not going to read this entire chapter today, like right now, because I really want to focus on keeping the video somewhat slim, short, concise, a little succinct, cutting out the fat, getting to the point. Because my point is healing, folks. My point is gathering like minds to do something great. There's a lot of people nowadays saying they love Nipsey, they love his work, look at what he's doing, but that work has never died. And if you participate in that work, it will never, ever, ever cease. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, I got so much to do. I got the kids, I got work, I got to study, I got to do this, I got church, trust me, I understand, I overstand. But it is very, very vital that Black people today band together like never before. We're being banned from these social media sites. We're at a point in uh, existence where we can actually talk to everybody we want to talk to, like each other. Like we've never been in a place where you got all the Black people in the world that could actually literally come to a place all at once. And not that all, however many billion people are gonna come on, but just because there's different time zones and stuff like that. But a place that's free where we can all gather and commune. That is imperative. Because remember, even when religion, especially Christianity, there was a lot of places and points where we could not quote worship, and Black people, the enslaved Africans, could not even worship the God they were being taught with the people they were being taught it by. And so to bypass all of that, I'm just saying, let's cut the fat, cut all of that out and come to a consensus. Now, we're not going to believe in love, except like agree with, if you will, everything that everybody says. That's just not possible. Think about it this way. Do you believe, like, love, agree with everything your mama say, your daddy, your partner, your kids, your teacher, your pastor, your boss, your mentor, your coach, your doctor? No, it's just not likely. So with that in mind, this is how we can coexist with each other and also get money for real. So that is the whole point of my thing. All we got is us. We all we got and we all we need. And that's for Pan-Africans and hip-hop culture, because that's who I'm speaking to and for. If you consider yourself either of those or both, then I'm speaking to you. And this is a hip-hop lesson, so we're going to keep it strictly hip-hop. But I might say some things that transition into speaking directly to my people, which is the Pan-African diaspora. So if you don't consider yourself Pan-African, a part of the Pan-African diaspora, it's cool. You can, listen, take heed, support. But this is in no way to disclude anyone. It's to make sure that certain people are included, if anything else. Okay. So we got that going. So if you have the book or want to get the book, I don't have an affiliate link or nothing like that. So it's not like I'm getting any credit for you purchasing it or, anything like that. Perhaps in the future, but for now, this is strictly information. I was having these conversations yesterday, and I'm also listening to some podcasts and lectures and lessons on other things for the culture. And I'm like, man, we can really kill it. We don't have to wait for the third graders or fifth graders or eighth graders to graduate high school to invent these things and create these things. We can become a part of what I've called the digital society. Digital society. Let me write that down because that's all me. I came up with that this morning. Like, how do we become a part of the digital society? I'm going to have to write this up because we have, or did I say digital society or online society? I think I said digital society or something like that. How do we become a part of that? Are you a part of it? Right? Are you? I don't know. Oh, you got a Facebook, you got a YouTube, you got a Instagram, you got a this, that. Okay, yeah, you're on social media, but are you a part of the digital society, the technological boom that's happening? And that can be from, put it this way, everybody's involved in it. This is just a quick note. Everybody's in it. Everybody's involved in it. No matter what, we're alive. You're involved in technology. Do you watch television? That's technology. Do you use a pen, an ink pen or a pencil? That is technology. Do you turn on your light switch? That is technology. You have a computer, a vehicle, a heater, a fan, radio, all of these things, headphones, they're all technology, right? So how are we a part of this digital society? Are we participants? Are we creators? Are we, onlookers? Like, what is our positioning? And so in large part, in this digital age, a lot of hip hop is not involved. And definitely a lot of Pan-Africans are not involved. Pan-Africans are less than 3% of the entire totality of technology. True facts. True facts. 3%. Now, as far as hip hop goes, that's not necessarily race and or color specific. So I think we have a little bit more in there. So my angle is to involve the both and to target the both so that we are both and all included in this digital society and online society technological space. Now, as it pertains to hip hop, let's go ahead and define what this is. Real quick, I gotta do something real quick. I'll lock up some stuff and give me like 5 seconds so you can vibe out to this joint. You notice that some of these platforms have two commercials now. It's not just one no more. Even skip it. So stand by, vibe out, stand by. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, y'all. Let me get some more water. Yep. I'm back. Just making sure I'm all taken care of. I didn't do this part before I started the video, so my bad, y'all. But the tunes was nice, huh? Let's go ahead and shout out that DJ, beat maker, producer, musician. As who is it? There you go. All right, so getting into the reason, purpose behind the video. Let's get into that part. Look at my pencil. So the reason and purpose behind the video is to really let's see about this. Is to really build on these hip hop principles, and maybe because it's not like the hottest trap thing out, people think we don't need this type of stuff or these types of things, just to keep hip hop honest and regulated. But it should be regulated by its own regulators, which is its own culture, people who are the culture, not people who come from outside of the culture and try to tell the culture what to do with its culture. Who does that? No one goes to Jews and say, you know what? Y'all shouldn't be like praying like that no more. Y'all really shouldn't be reading the Torah, or y'all should, incorporate hip hop with the Torah. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody else does that. They only do it to Black culture and hip hop culture. So we're not gonna do that, but we are going to make sure that we get it right, get it tight. So with that said, With that said, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into this thing. Let's get into it, man. We just trying to transcend and transform this thing. We just really want to live our best life in this thing, and we don't eat chicken wings, and we ain't eat chicken wings. See how you can like just make a song up, like I love that. Like when you're creative. Um, I'm just quirky, really. But we will get into it. So let's go ahead and define what hip hop is. The definitions. The definition of hip hop. Okay. There's three of them, and this is found on page 63. Once again, if you're tuning in, we are reading from the good book, the gospel of hip hop. You feel me? It's a hip hop gospel, and this is what the principles we're gonna learn from, apply to our lives, and really. Definitions are as follows. Now, I need you guys to understand the spellings of these things. It's not just HIP, it's capital HIP, lowercase HOP. Again, understand the spellings. Follow along, write it out so you see it, how it looks phonetically, and all of that stuff. Grammatically, phonetically, all of that. Okay? It's capital HIP, lowercase HOP. What does that indicate? That's what this is. It's our lifestyle. When they say, oh, yeah, that's hip hop, that's capital HIP, lowercase HOP. That's the collective consciousness, our lifestyle. It's capital HIP, lowercase HOP. Okay? Let's go to the next definition. That's capital HIP, capital HOP. Okay? Not like the last one. This one is all caps. Capital, all capital letter H's. Capital HIP, capital HOP. And I've said this before. Okay? Some of y'all have been listening, following, whatever. We ain't new to this. We true to it. So the capital HIP, capital HOP definition, as you can see, is capital letters. So this is a culture. So anytime you spell it like that with a capital letter, especially with both capital letters, that's speaking of the culture. So all of the scholars, people who write, people who want to get it right, spell it and do it that way as a respect to the culture, as a respect to the art form and all that, just to get in alignment. Because sometimes these news anchors and these people get these stories mixed up and they just spell hip hop stream. Hip hop is a culture, and this is what we talk about. Capital IP, capital HOP is the name of our culture and artistic elements. The name of the culture and the artistic elements is called hip hop. What are the artistic elements? The original artistic elements, okay? DJing, MCing, graffiti writing, and breakdancing. Okay? Those are the original artistic elements of hip hop. Now, when we look at hip hop lowercase h's, lowercase HIP, lowercase HOP, that is the rap music product, yo. That is the mainstream activities and services and all of that stuff that's done. If you put the word hip hop on what do they put on a car, on a Lamborghini? That's just a product, yo. That's not hip hop. That doesn't represent what hip hop is, which is peace, love, unity, and safely having fun, right? Like, because that's about the flashy. Now, if you got a Lamborghini, you conscious, you're doing it, you whatever, that's for inspiration, and let that be for that. But it's not about, oh, this what I got, this what you ain't got, this what I got, and look at you, look at me, look at you, you ain't shit, and I'm everything. Like, that's not what hip hop is about. When we look at the original reasons for why hip hop was created to begin with. Okay, and we're going to continue. We're going to continue at other parts of this chapter, but let me know your thoughts in the comments about hip hop, about like, where do you join in? Where do you intersect, right? Do you have children? Do you have nieces, nephews, cousins? Everybody got somebody little around them. Little meaning if you're an adult, somebody that is under 18 is around you. Shit, even somebody 30 and under is around you, right? So, and us in our 30s, like we more like doing certain things, like, and even people, in their 40s, 50s, whatever, like hip hop. Why are we the ones that always get, you know, uh, what you call it, ageism? Like you don't see R&B, telling Smokey Robinson to stop singing and stop touring and stop writing songs about love and dancing on stage and going on tour, like, because he ain't gonna stop. He said it many times. I've heard him myself say, I ain't gonna retire, I ain't never gonna retire. This is what I do, this is who I am. So why does hip hop gotta hang it up when you turn 30 and not rap no more because you 32 and 25, you're too old? And come on now. They think hip hop only for 15-year-olds. Where do you think they got it from? Their mama or their daddy played it. Come on now. Somebody older than them played the song on the radio. Somebody older than them played the song at the party, or at the get down, or at the spot, or whatever it is. So that's what we're dealing with right now. And we have a lot to heal from. So I'm just really into this vibe right here. This song right here is called On Call. And with me, this is a vibe out. Like, to me, this is my audio visual journal of sorts, right? And all of this stuff, since I'm live, it's not going to be recorded into, the interface of my devices, on all the devices that I'm using, on all of the platforms that I'm on, right? It's not going to do that. So, I mean, I'm happy about that, actually. But I will say that black people in hip hop, we need to create our own stuff, because we might get too ambitious. Shoot, they might ban the song "Fuck Donald Trump." They might. I don't know, but they might. Somebody might report it as offensive, or you'll get banned like Farrakhan. Real talk. So until we understand and understand these things, we're not going to, you know what I'm saying? We're just not going to advance the way that we want to, the way that we should be. It's time to get on point, on target of our vision and what we see for ourselves. So once again, I'm reading from the Hip Hop Gospel, the Gospel of Hip Hop. Putting that all in the comments. Oops. No. Gospel. You hear these vibes though? Man.
Look at you.
Do you hear the vibes though? I just wish we didn't have to go through commercials. That'd be great. But it's all good. It's free. It's cool. Learning trip. It's free. So I'll tell you about that too, commercial thing. So what we about to do? What we about to do? It sounded like my family. What we about to do? All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and read through it. Songs in the vibe. This is called Every Day. It's by Ty Beats. YouTube. All on YouTube. Yep. Alright, so I'm just, call me dreamy, call me whatever, but I'm just in a state of learning how to live at peace with myself. I heard Nipsey say, would you rather live at peace with yourself and at war with the world, or at peace with the world and at war with yourself? I think I'd just rather be at peace with myself. Well, I think I know. Just trying to drink enough water. Since I know I'm gonna do a lot of speaking right now. I do also want to say create businesses. All of you, everybody, some kind, incorporate something. If you got 10 side hustles, incorporate one of them, and I'll tell you the reasons why. Join our Blacks Own Black business group. And I'm actually going to start a separate hip hop group, Facebook group. Facebook is good for groups of people, finding like-minded people, and that's exactly when you're doing this kind of thing, blogging and building a business and really wanting to connect with people. This is where you come for that reason. Not that you try to connect intimately like that, because you don't even have access to your friend or fan base like that anymore on certain platforms. And all the algorithms have changed, and they always constantly change, and they do that on purpose to keep control and to, like, you can't even search your friend if you don't know their name. Like, you don't have to like act like you want to send them a message so you can read everybody's name and go down your list and find who you need. That's the only time you can see everybody, is when you want to send a message or send something, share something mass. But if you just type in a name or try to go back, you can't. So if you want things erased, you don't have to wait till that date comes up when they share the memory with you and erase all the stuff from that day, so it won't be in there no more. That could be old photos, untagging yourself from people you don't talk to no more. You know what I'm saying? Just different things like that. Because people can still search you and find you and all that. Especially if it's through your friends, and all that stuff. But, it's all good. Like, I'm really just trying to connect in good measure with good people and with like-minded folks who want to be upwardly mobile about, and intentionally upwardly mobile about our lives and about the fate of our lives. Real talk. So, and I'll have to get to work soon, but I've just been in a zen kind of space this morning, or this afternoon, I should say now. Been in meditation, prayer, learning how to breathe. It really matters a lot to be present with yourself, as we should. And some people think that's a no-brainer. Like, yeah, I mean, know what you want, but I always was taught, and this could be a pun or a message for Christians, I was always taught that was selfish, that you should look at other people over yourself. But it's like the oxygen mask, though. When they explain it to you when you're on a flight, you have to put yours on before you can help anybody else. And that is so true of life. And I think that I've just been living in a state of naivete to certain things for quite some time. And I'm happily, joyfully, and I want to say blessedly, but blissfully excited about that, coming out of that. It's a beautiful thing. And I thank God, the universe, just for being there with me, even when not a person, a human was there. That spirit, that guidance, that counselor, that loving entity, deity, I should say, just comforted me. And that is the mother and the father. The love and the divineness that is never absent. That perfection, that beauty, peace, joy that transcends all everything. So, and I know that I'm never absent from that presence, because that presence is never absent. So I give thanks to God, to the universe, to Allah, to Yah, Yahweh, as many, call the name, the mother, the father, and our everything, Perhaps for you, you are that. You see yourself as that God. So, peace to that. Peace to knowing that. So we're going to get into this hip hop thing. Again, let me drink some more water. Only because, like I said, I know I'm reading a lot of stuff. Alright. I did say I wanted this to be 30 minutes, huh? It's already 30 minutes. But I'm gonna get into it. Actually, let me end it and start it again, just so y'all ain't gotta wait so long for it. Peace and blessings. Tune back in. Love you all. I'm coming right back right now. It's 1:31.